It's quite possible I'm your third man. That's the White Stripes with Ball and Biscuit. You ever have one of those songs where you kind of stop what you're doing and then you get that really ugly face, like, you know, your teeth grit and you get a scrub, you know, your brow furrows, you know. Man, that song does it for me, I'll tell you right now. Good morning, vaqueros. This is DJ Doc V. You're tuned into Office Hours. It's Friday, April 8th at 10:07 in the a.m. We'll be here until 11 a.m. Putting some great music your way, including The Clash, Atmosphere, Weezer, and a special request for Ed Sheeran and Bruno Mars. Or is it Chris Stapleton? It looks like Chris Stapleton. We'll be playing that a little bit later. So good morning. It's a great Friday. Great weekend for UTRGV athletics, as a matter of fact. There's baseball games today, tomorrow, and Sunday against Stephen F. Austin from Nacogdoches. A little personal connection here. My first year in Texas was up in Nacogdoches teaching at Stephen F. Austin State University. Yes, it was a good time. Nacogdoches is very isolated, though. I definitely prefer being in the valley. In the beautiful RGV, where it is currently 67 degrees. We're looking at a high, or 66 degrees, looking at a high of 86 today. Should be a great evening for baseball, 70 degrees in the evening, and we'll be outside with the Vaqueros. I think I'm going to go to that baseball game tonight. So it is a Canes night, so if the Vaqueros win, you'll get a coupon to get a buy one, get one from Canes. That'll be awesome. But then tomorrow night, oh boy, I'm really excited for this. Tomorrow night, Selena night. I know, that's bananas, right? Yeah. Selena night at the UTRGV baseball stadium. Fans that come either in a Selena T-shirt or dressed like Selena.
I'll pay $20.
Will get you pay $20. Yeah. I mean, you know, if I'm so inclined. I mean, you know, I don't feel great about showing my midriff, but I could shake my booty just like anyone else. So who knows? We'll see. Maybe I get a little entrance into the baseball game if I make a spectacle out of myself. I don't know if I want to do that though. So thanks for tuning in again. As we always do here on Office Hours, we've got This Day in History coming up at the bottom of the hour, and then I've got a poem selected for you from the 2021 edition of Gallery Magazine. Once again, a fine product of UTRGV student media. Gallery Magazine, along with Pulse Magazine, KVAQ-TV, Vaquero Radio, and the Rider newspaper, all part of your UTRGV student media. So make sure you're picking up that newspaper, tune in to Vaquero Radio, and watch KVAQ-TV on Monday nights. Let's get back to the music now, but let's do a little Clash with Police on My Back, only on Vaquero Radio. That's the band Soundgarden with Black Hole Sun. Former lead singer, the late Chris Cornell. It's hard to believe it's been 5 years almost since he passed away. Chris Cornell from Soundgarden, Audioslave, Temple of the Dog, found dead in his Detroit hotel room in the early hours of May 18, 2017. So we miss you, Chris. You went much too young. Before then, you heard Squeeze with Hourglass, and we started off that set with The Clash and Police on My Back. Good morning, Vaqueros. It's 10:23 on Friday, April 8th, and it is a lovely 67 degrees in the beautiful Rio Grande Valley. Or, pardon me, 71 degrees now. Wow, that jumped up 5 degrees since I last mentioned it. Here in the beautiful Edinburgh campus, looks like we're set for an afternoon high of 84, sunny skies. Should be a great evening for baseball as well. 69 degrees in the evening, overnight 61. Should be a great weekend, which is a nice relief from the 100-degree temperatures that I saw, not just yesterday, but the day before. It was hot, boy. It was bananas. So we've got some This Day in History coming up at the bottom of the hour, and some more songs coming at you right now, including this one by Helmet. This one's called Rollo, only on Vaquero Radio. That's right, you're listening to Vaquero Radio. This is DJ Doc V. It's Friday, April 8th, 10:31 in the morning, and this is Office Hours with DJ Doc V. You just heard Atmosphere with Smart Went Crazy. That was an in-studio performance up at 89.3 The Current in Minneapolis, a great public radio station, plays contemporary and alternative music. And then before that, you heard Helmet with Rollo from their Betty long-playing record. This is DJ Doc V. Thanks for tuning in, Vaqueros, as we do every week. It's time for This Day in History. It is April 8th, and on April 8th, 1974, Hank Aaron of the Atlanta Braves hit his 715th career home run, breaking Babe Ruth's legendary record of 714 homers. A crowd of 53,775 people, the largest in the history of Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, was with Aaron that night to cheer when he hit a fourth-inning pitch off the Los Angeles Dodgers' Al Downing. However, as Aaron was an African-American who had received death threats and racist hate mail during his pursuit of one of baseball's most distinguished records, the achievement was bittersweet. Henry Louis Aaron Jr., born in Mobile, Alabama on February 5, 1934, made his major league debut in 1954 with the Milwaukee Braves, just 7 years after Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color barrier and became the first African-American to play in the majors. Also on this day, in 1975, Frank Robinson becomes the first black manager in Major League Baseball. On April 8, 1975, against the New York Yankees in Cleveland, the Indians' Frank Robinson becomes the first African-American to manage a game in Major League Baseball. Robinson, who also bats second, homers in his first at-bat in Cleveland's 5-3 win. In 2009, Somali pirates hijack a Maersk, Alabama ship. Pirates had not captured a ship sailing under the American flag since the 1820s until April 8th, 2009, when the MV Maersk, Alabama was hijacked off the coast of Somalia. What was the name of that Tom Hanks movie? Captain Phillips? That depicted that? Yeah, Captain Phillips. In 2005, the Olympic Park bomber Eric Rudolph agrees to plead guilty to a series of bombings, including the fatal bombing at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, in order to avoid the death penalty. He later cited his anti-abortion and anti-homosexual views as motivation for the bombings. In 1935, on April 8th, Congress votes to approve the Works Progress Administration, a central part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen the Ken Burns documentary, The Roosevelts, An Intimate History, I strongly, strongly recommend it. It is fantastic. I mean, it really talks about the Roosevelts, the family, going back to the Theodore and his father, and up through Eleanor and Franklin, and then Franklin's death while he was serving during his fourth presidential term, and then Eleanor becoming a political figure in her own right after the death of her husband. A really great series. I've been rewatching it again with a very close friend of mine, and who's listening right now. So hello, good morning, Yun Wen. We'll watch that again this weekend, I'm sure. I think we only got one episode left, the final 2-hour episode of that Ken Burns. It's called The Roosevelts, An Intimate History. I'll tell you, it shows the Roosevelts, warts and all, right? I mean, no one's perfect. Theodore was an imperialist. He was a warmonger. Franklin, not as progressive or liberal as people thought he was. Really, it was Eleanor who was the progressive and pushed her husband in many circumstances. Roosevelt's longtime family in the New World, in the United States, even before it was the United States, and they all come from old money. So, again, Ken Burns, The Roosevelts. He's got a new one out, as a matter of fact. I haven't seen it yet. I think it just was released this week on Benjamin Franklin. I think that's a 2-episode documentary on the life and times of Benjamin Franklin. So I'm eager to see that. Thanks for tuning in, Vaqueros. This is DJ Doc V. We got office hours coming up in about, 15 minutes. We've got the poem from the 2021 edition of Gallery Magazine. But right now, let's get back to the music with Heavy D and the Boys and Don't Curse, only on Vaquero Radio, the Valley's student station. Woo! How about that one? That was Blow by Ed Sheeran featuring Chris Stapleton and Bruno Mars. Boy, I like that one. Thanks for that suggestion, Jan. That was a great one there. I have to listen to that one a little bit more. That's really rock and roll. Blow by Ed Sheeran featuring Chris Stapleton and Bruno Mars. Before then, you heard Weezer with My Name is Jonas, and we started off that set with Heavy D and the Boys and Don't Curse. Good morning, Vaqueros. DJ Doc V. I'll be with you for the next, 10 minutes or so. It is a beautiful day here on the UTRGV Edinburgh campus, 73 degrees with a high of 84 this afternoon and an evening temperature of 69. Great night for baseball. Head out to the UTRGV Baseball Stadium today or tomorrow for Selena night. I heard that Jan was going to be there showing his midriff and shaking his booty. So that'll be a sight to see. So make sure you get out there to watch that. We should broadcast live from there. That'd be great. Let's see what else is going on. So we've got baseball all weekend, hosting Stephen F. Austin. Selena night tomorrow night. Tonight is the Canes Challenge, and then Sunday the third game in that series. But as we do every week on office hours, I have selected a poem to recite for you. This is from the Gallery Magazine 2021 edition. 2022 edition should be coming out very soon. So keep an eye out on campus for the most recent 2022 edition of Gallery Magazine. This one is called Samsara by Emily Cerda. My left hand touches solid ground while right holds up the sky. Life blooms beneath my palm as lightning erupts from the right. My left hand picks wildflowers while my right picks up a sword. I weave a wreath while blood-stained iron claims another foe. Moments, years, in 1,000 lifetimes I've seen everything. Between my eyes, millenniums of blue snow have fallen. Some lives were spent in carefree clouds and others in grim woods. Wing or hoof, paw or hand, I yearned for you in pale moonlight. The architects of fate always bloom along mortal's road, but misfortune only finds us when red petals open. My left hand grips yours firmly, but my right hand lets you go. Left reaches for your thread, but right takes from oblivion. I clasp my palms together and my heart draws you back in. I will become a teardrop in your eye, a speck of dust on your cheek, a ragged scar on your mouth, more than willing. Finally, you and I are inseparable. That's a poem called Samsara by Emily Cerda, available in the 2021 edition of Gallery Magazine, another fine production from UTRGV Student Media. Just got a few more minutes left with you here. So let's get back to some music. This is the Eagles and One of These Nights on Vaquero Radio, the Valley's student station.